Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my roasted turkey for Thanksgiving. The first thing that you will need is you will need some thyme, and I use the actual fresh sprigs of thyme. You will need some rosemary. You will need, I have 3 cloves of garlic here that I have, and then I have two small onions. And then I have 2 lemons that will be using the juice and the lemon itself. And then butter. So right now I'm going to remove the thyme and the rosemary away from the board because we won't need these until, and the butter. Rose, thyme, and the butter, because we won't be using those until once I get all this up, and then we will be putting this on our turkey. I'm going to set these things aside here. So, first thing that I have, I'm going to go ahead and mince up my garlic. And if you don't know this trick, I'm going to show you a trick. You can just, whoops, kind of mash your garlic. There you go. Sometimes it works good, and then it'll just peel right off. All right. And then smash it and just smash it, and then it'll just come right off. All right, so I'm gonna just mince up my garlic here. And it doesn't have to be done like super good. I mean, it doesn't have to be really minced up that great because we're gonna be stuffing this inside of our turkey. So it doesn't really have to be that great. I'm gonna be putting this inside of it, the turkey, so it's no big deal. The onions, they're just gonna be sliced. So how I do this is I cut, I mean, probably don't do this way. Other people do, but that's okay. And then I'm going to cut off the end. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Take off that peel. And then slice the end off of this as well. Okay. Then my other onion, I'm going to do the same thing. Go ahead and get these peeled. I could have done this before, but it's all right. There's no rhyme or reason to how it's not going to matter. Like, it's really not going to matter how you slice these because of the fact that I'm going to use this to stuff my turkey with. So it's going to be no big deal. So what we're going to do is we are going to be slicing these just into long pieces. And they don't have to be really thick. They can be thick. It doesn't matter. It can be thick. It can be small. Again, these are just this is just to flavor our turkey. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. This is just to flavor our turkey. So it really doesn't matter how you slice these, just as long as they get a good slice. I do mine all kinds of different sizes because it just doesn't really matter because we're really just going to be using these as a stuffing, and when it's done you won't really be doing anything else with them. And this is a recipe that I did see from Anna Garten, but also I kind of put my own spin on it. So it kind of made it my own and did my own thing with it. So it's kind of, you know, it's from Anna. I saw this on from Anna Garten. It's kind of her take on it, but I put my own kind of spin on it. So I'm kind of made it my own. I'm kind of like that when I cook. Like I have like my ways of doing things, and I may get ideas from other people, but at the end of the day, I kind of put my own spin on things and kind of do it myself. Okay, so we got our onion here. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is the lemon. So with the lemon, I roll it first. Give it a good roll, and this is gonna help the juices. This is gonna help the juices come out of the lemon. I'll give it a good roll, and then I'm just gonna cut it, and then cut it in half, and then cut them in halves again. This is just kind of how I do it. And then same thing, roll the lemon, like release the juices, so that whenever you get ready to do everything, well, the juices will come out a lot better. All right, so we have our lemon and our onion and our garlic all chopped up. So the next thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring it all over here where my turkey is. Go ahead and get rid of this, all my trash. That's for something else. And then here is my turkey. This is what it looks like. I've got it in my pan. It's thawed and it's ready to do everything with. So over here I have my thyme, and I have my rosemary, and I have my butter. So this is how I do this. Hopefully you can see this well enough. I'm gonna show you how that I do that. So I'm gonna need a spoon. I should have already had that out, but I did not. It's okay, it'll be fine. What I do is, I've got it right now, it's on its back. It won't stay that way. So what I do is, I've got a little bit of water in here. You know, you can use chicken broth, or you can use, you know, some kind of brine. I don't do that. Never have. I know that some people do, but I do not. I'm also going to add some pepper and some salt. I'll set that right down here, because we'll need that. I didn't think about that in the beginning. What I do now is I'm going to take my knife, and this is how I do it. I'm not a professional, but I just get a knife, and I just cut the skin just enough so that I can get up under. I take the skin, and I'm just gonna cut right up underneath this skin here, just so that, and there's some that's loose. If you can find a loose piece, that's great. And I just get that skin loose, and I make a pocket with my knife, this all the way up the breast on both sides. This is what I do. Now, you may see this different, or you might do this a different way than me, but this is how I'm going to get, this makes the breast, the chicken super, super crispy. And so that's kind of what I want to do here. And I just get my knife way up in there, make myself a little pocket. I'll cut myself a place right here on both sides here, so I can really get up under there and get myself a little pocket there, and put butter, you know, all the way, you know, through underneath that skin. All right, the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm even gonna I'm gonna put a slit down this where the legs are as well. There's a good piece of skin that's there that I can cut open and create a pocket and put some butter in there. And then on the other side as well, we're just gonna get in there and create like a little pocket with that skin. If your chicken, or your turkey has got some, some skin there where you can really get in there, that makes it even better. And that's what I do. I find that loose piece of skin, and I want to make sure that I want to create a good pocket for some butter so that I can stuff that butter down inside. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this butter. You can use a stick of butter. I've got some that's just in a tub. It's easier for me. I'm going to take this butter and I'm just going to get that up in there really good. And I will use my hands after I get it all up in there. And then I'm just going to take my hand and just go up inside under the skin and get all that up and get that butter all up inside there. This makes the turkey super, super crispy. And I'll take the rest and I'll put it all over the outside here. And you really want to get it lathered down really, really good with butter. Use a lot of butter. Stick some down in them pockets on the sides there. Because you really want to be able to have that turkey really crisp. And then I just kind of just work that up all over the turkey. I know, baby, you can't have none though. My cat, let me wash my hands. Anytime that you're handling poultry of any kind, you want to make sure that you wash your hands. Keep things nice and neat. Keep yourself clean so you don't cross-contaminate and all that good stuff. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is I've removed the neck and I've removed the giblets. I removed all that from inside. So inside the cavity here is, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that lemon that I had and I'm going to squeeze some juice over the top. I'm going to take that same lemon, I'm going to stick it up there, stick it inside, and then I'm going to take the other one and do the same thing. Pour that juice all over the top of the turkey here, and then I'm going to put that one inside. Now, the next two that I do, the next 4 slices, I'm just going to leave whole, and I'm going to stick them right inside the cavity of the chicken, or turkey, sorry. And then I'm going to get my onion. I'm going to do the same thing. Stick my onion up into my turkey. I keep getting it confused because most of the time I'm doing chicken. I only do turkey once a year. Okay? Stick this there. You know, honestly, you wouldn't even have to slice this if you didn't want to. There'll be a few pieces that will not go inside. They may, like, you know, get into the pan. That's fine because that's just gonna... This is only to help the flavor out, so it doesn't matter. There's no certain way to do this. Not at all. All right. Stick all that up in there. This is really going to help to flavor the turkey really, really good. And get all that in there. Okay, then you're gonna get your garlic, and you're gonna do the same thing. Get your garlic that you minced up, and that's also gonna go inside of the turkey. Now, once that's done, I had undone the legs so that I could put all the stuffing that I wanted to in there. But I'm going to go ahead and put the plastic back on the legs to kind of hold them in place. Okay, now I'm going to flip my turkey over. This one is a very big turkey. Where my husband and my son work, they get free turkeys every year for Thanksgiving, and then they get free hams for Christmas. So I have 2 great big turkeys. One of them I just put in the freezer to save till later, and then this one I went ahead and thawed out and got it ready, and this is the one I'm going to use. So we're going to go ahead and once again take your knife and slice up under the skin. This does not have to be done perfectly. If you cut into the meat, it's perfectly fine. Then I take my knife and I go down under the skin on the wings as well. Get you a nice pocket there. You want to get you a nice pocket. And then this is the back of the turkey. And I'm just going to take that skin and just kind of get a pocket here as well. I want to be able to get up under this skin and rub some butter here. So that's what I'm doing. Getting up under that. We want to get up under that skin as good as we can because we want to have our skin extra, extra, extra crispy. I've actually done this for years. I have, I've done the butter up under the skin. Honestly, though, I'll tell you who taught me that. My husband is the one who taught me that technique of putting the butter up under the skin like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys, because we are going to be slathering it all over with butter. It's not just going to be on the inside, but we're going to be slathering it on the outside as well. So, it's all good. All right, now, I'm going to take some butter again, and I'm going to put it down in my pockets that I've created here up under the skin. Get it all up under there. In case you hear my cat, she's just like that. I actually missed some steps. I'm gonna have to turn this bird back over. Some things I missed, which is fine. All right, let's turn him over. I forgot to put some stuff on the inside. That happens. It's all good. It happens. Get my hands washed again. Because what I forgot was my thyme and my salt and pepper and my rosemary. So what I do with this is the thyme. I just get some sprigs of thyme. So it looks like this. This is one whole sprig. These are all together. I take 2 pieces of this, and I'm going to stick these right inside the turkey with everything else. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to take my rosemary. I'm going to put some of that on the inside as well. Then I'm going to take that rosemary and sprinkle it all on the outside. Doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. Doesn't have to be perfect. When you turn your turkey over, a lot of this is going to come off anyways into the brine that I have here. I was saying about the brine. Some people put these in a brine and let them soak for a while and marinate for a while. But I usually use chicken broth. It just so happens that I did not have any chicken broth. So I just got some water. And I just got some water. And I just filled it up a little bit, because just enough so that when your turkey cooks, you know, you need that steam to help it cook. I'm just adding some pepper right now. I'm just adding some pepper. And you just add however much you want. I don't really measure anything, you guys. I eyeball everything. So I haven't mentioned the measurements because I am one that just doesn't measure. And then I'm adding some salt to my turkey. All right. And then now we're going to turn this baby back over. Turn him back over. And then continue putting butter on him. And make sure you get it down in the pockets again on the sides where you created those pockets. Get it all down in there real good. Smear it in. All right. And once you've done that, wash my hands again. All right. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be such a good, juicy turkey. It's going to taste amazing. Then I'm going to take some more rosemary, put it on this side as well. Sprinkle it all over the top here. Get it in there real good. Okay. Then get some pepper again. Put some pepper on this side as well. I'm not a professional cook, but I have been cooking for my family for nearly 14 years. So, there's that. All right, when you got what you want, get you some salt. Put you some salt on there. Now, this is Himalayan pink salt, and it's very coarse. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm almost out. But it's very coarse, and so it comes out kind of chunky. So you might want to be careful, or keep, you know, if you use that, you might want to be careful with that. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I've got some more sprigs of thyme here that I'm just going to put just around my turkey. I'm just going to kind of put them down here while the turkey cooks, because everything that's in here that's vegetables will be cleaned out, and it will not be staying with everything. Then I've saved a half of a lemon that I have cut into another half, and we are just going to go ahead and put that juice right over that, and I'm just going to drop it down into the water. Okay. Get that in there like that. Awesome. Then that's it. That is all that I do. Then I put my lid on. It's got the little button somewhere. I saw it. But the way that I cook this, I don't really need that. It'll be done. I go ahead, I turn this, I'm going to cook this overnight because I'm going to have it early in the morning. I'm going to have it tomorrow. So I'm going to cook this overnight, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it off at, I'm going to start it off at 300. Let's go ahead and do 350. I'm going to start it off at 350, and then I'm going to let it cook overnight, or I'm going to let it cook, and then before I go to bed, here in a little bit, because it's like 9 o'clock at night, before I go to bed, I'm going to turn it down to about 200 or 250 and let it cook the rest of let it cook all night long. And then when I get up tomorrow, I've got to have it at my grandparents' house at noon. So when I get up in the morning, I'm going to turn it back up to about 300 to 350 if need be, and just finish cooking it out. So that's what I will do, and then it'll be carved and it'll be taken to my grandparents. But this is how I do my roasted turkey. You may do it differently, but this is how I do things, and I use it in my roaster pan. And also a tip, cook it breast down. That's why I left it. I left the breast down because if you will do that, all the juices will run down to the breast and it will become super duper juicy. So good. And because we put that butter all over the outside and up under the skin, it will be really crispy. So there you have it. There is my Thanksgiving turkey recipe. Hope that you try it and that you enjoy it. If you haven't done so and you like this channel, please like and subscribe, share it, comment down below any tips or anything that you have questions about, or any other kind of tips you want to share with me. I'm open to hearing all kinds of ideas about cooking. So for now, that's all. Have a good night.